Welcome to Sunday Morning Quarterback with Jay Stockwell and Bob Frady.
Bob Fraley, where are you, man?
I am in beautiful Las Vegas.
You must be in the worst hotel in existence. That looks like a dump. D-U-M-P, dump.
Well, I would not say it's a dump. I would say that it is on the road to being a dump. But it's like this hotel. I'm staying at the Luxor. It's called I registered late for this conference and couldn't get rooms at Mandalay Bay, so I had to go double. But it's not as bad as being really late and going to the Excalibur Hotel, which is like the dial-up modem of hotels.
Do you have my nephew Will's number in your phone?
I do.
Very likely he is staying at the Fontainebleau. He's got a new girlfriend in Vegas.
Vegas is like you think the hotels are close to each other, but it's a mirage. They're miles apart. These casinos are giant. To walk to the Fontainebleau can take like 3 hours, and then you'd have to navigate Las Vegas Boulevard. You'd be like running into Ty Robinson in a dark alley. It's like, don't do that.
I just booked the hotel for CES, so we're going to be doing
there you
that.
go. Again,
Here we go.
Again, I like the football-centric nature of our conversation right now.
Well, let's talk about it, because we have got a special game ahead of us. Normally, you know something about a team, right? But first of all, this is Indiana, so they're not usually ever very good in football, so you don't really follow them that much. But, oh my God, have they, turned things around? So, question for you. Who's their head coach?
Some guy, he's skinnier than Matt Rule. Some
Well,
guy, I don't...
Yeah, Curt Cignetti, okay?
Okay.
Curt Cignetti came from James Madison University. You remember what they did?
JMU, yeah, they did. He's a good coach. Listen, you don't turn around a team in one season without having a good coach.
And he brought like 12 guys with him. So he brought the standard bearers of the culture from JMU with him. And then he goes out to the portal and he finds this quarterback, Kurtis Rourke from Ohio.
Isn't he like 40 or something like that?
Yeah, next week he's going to be 24 years old.
When I was growing up, if you were 24 and still in college and hadn't been in like the military or something like that, or a bad accident, people would be like, "Oh, that will put you on the 8-year or the 6-year plan for college." Everybody laughed at Lutarski in the Animal House. 6 years of college down the drain. It's like all these college football players, they're so freaking old. Holy shit, they could buy beer for everybody.
This kid looks like Justin Herbert, 6'5", okay, 230,
Wow.
and he's just got a freaking gun on him, right?
There you go.
And this puts them, get this, okay, offense. What do you think their offense is ranked nationally?
Oh, they're pretty high. They're probably like 10th or something.
4th, okay.
4th.
What do you think their defense is ranked nationally?
Their defense is, well, they haven't really played. They're 6th. Yeah, but they played like FAU, which is like the fashion institute of the South.
We've got a big statistical disadvantage, but you're on to the problem. Nebraska's preseason was like 26th. Nebraska's now is 12, and theirs is like 26. But up to this point, they really haven't played anybody. Now, that doesn't finish. This is still a very, very good team. This is going to be a real test for Nebraska. The line is 6.5. You look at the stats comparison. There's more bold, it's 80% bold numbers on the Indiana side.
You listen. Games aren't played on statistical practice. See, this is what I get for criticizing the hotel. The light is now threatening to go out on me. So it's not. it's not your screens, ladies and gentlemen. It's just bad karma. We need to write a song about Las Vegas, because like Las Vegas used to be really fun for me, and now Las Vegas is like that out of control party girl who you dated in your 20s, and she's still an out of control party girl, and you're like old. It's just like I can't handle Vegas anymore. It's like get in, get out. Go to an Indian casino if you need to gamble. It's like
I like the first day of Vegas. I do like the sports book. I like betting on games and doing some parlays, and gets me into the games or whatever's playing at the time.
Yeah,
but
I just watched my money disappear, and I'm like, I worked really hard for that money, and now it's gone in an instant. Like, this is the reason why all these blinking lights here. It's like it's a terrible way to make a living.
Always happy to leave. Always happy to leave Vegas. Little energy when you get there, but then it's like, man.
All right, Luxor, I love you. I love you, Luxor. Stay on. I like to stay.
I got to. Speaking of power going out, I got a call from Betsy, and Betsy usually gets up with the dog at 7, and I usually roll out about 15 minutes later. So I get a phone call in bed, and it's never a good thing when I get a phone call at 7:15 in the morning.
Is she like placing an order or something? Are you like a DoorDash guy?
No.
Jay.
Okay, that looks like a strobe light. Looks like a strobe light in your room.
Vegas, baby.
So the fridge is off, like refrigerator's off, and so I go, okay, it's got to be a breaker, right? Go down, no breaker popped. So I call the Dean's home service, get it all set up, and then at the fridge later, I opened it later, and I just hit the power button, and whoop, where everything comes on.
You're a magician. You're a magician.
So I don't know what happened there, but somebody bumped the power button.
I can't wait to hear your riveting story about taking out the trash. Just, and she said the barrel was full, and then I opened it, and it wasn't full. I just pushed it down.
I'm excited about this game, and it just so happens this is MEA week, right? And so we're and Betsy set this up. I didn't. So guess where we're taking college tours for George?
You are not taking George to Indiana for a college tour.
Notre Dame, Purdue, and Indiana all in 3 days, and we're going to the game. So that's it's going to be good. It's the first sellout they've had forever.
Oh, listen, last time we went to the first sellout they've had in forever was the Minnesota game last year.
Yeah.
You need to make sure that Betsy sits right next to you the entire game. Doesn't leave at halftime. I've done my first half of duty. I must leave the whole game just to stay next to you because you attract trouble and I'm not there to protect you.
Let's do some scores. So the over-under's 50.5. Indiana's favored by 7. Now, you're still on track for your 11-1 prediction.
Listen,
so
I make a number. I stick to it. So I got no problem with that.
So you have to predict a victory here.
I don't have to do anything, Jay Stockwell. I'm a man who can learn. I'm a learning machine. I'm a learning animal. But the answer is yes. I could change my vote, but I'm not gonna. Come on, it's Indiana.
This could be a different Indiana. Now,
I don't think
they've ever seen the 3-3-5 defense like we play it. So,
well, they have film, so they've probably seen it. But
yeah.
Think of it this way: if we'd have made a field goal and beaten Illinois, do you think you'd be a lot more confident in this game?
Yeah, probably would be.
Yeah. So it's like, listen, they had a bad quarter, and they've only really had one bad quarter all season, and it happened to be the fourth quarter against Illinois. So everybody expects that the over is going to be this gigantic number, and the defensive backs are getting healthy. Sayre Wright's been doing great. I don't see a big offensive day here. I think I like Nebraska taking the points. That I like the under, mostly because the team's like 5-1 against the under this year. So we'll see what happens. And what's the weather supposed to be like? It's supposed to be nice, or it's supposed to be Indiana?
Oh, that's a good question.
Like just shades of misery falling everywhere from the skies of Indiana. I have been to the campus at Indiana a couple times. Played a gig there back in the day, and it's a fun place. I don't know about now. It's been a long time. Whew, you had a good time.
72 degrees, sunny. It's going to be nice.
72 and sunny. So, who knows? It's going to be a beautiful day. So weather's not going to be a factor. Could be a track meet. You never know. But, I just think that the Huskers have had an extra week to prepare. which is the ideal amount, for them to go through. I think for this game, because you get a whole extra week of practice. But I'm taking the Huskers and the under. Or my if I was gonna parlay.
What's your score?
24-21.
That's really interesting. That's exactly my score too. I think it's going to be 24-21. So a unanimous prediction here. I think it's going to happen. I mean, you got a top six
to go out there.
You got a top 6 defense, and you got a top 13 defense. This is going to be a defensive struggle, but against that, you've got 2 pretty good passing games. And you got Isaiah Nair at 6'4", run across the middle. So I like the Huskers to eke this one out. We've done so well on turnovers. Special teams needs to be addressed. We had, I think, 3 block kicks last week. Block punt. Yeah. So, but other than that, I'm excited for this game. On paper, it looks like we could lose it, but I think Matt is a very, very good coach. He's had time off, getting a lot of players back that have been hurt. So I think we're going to come into the game relatively healthy. I think we're going to have the full secondary that we haven't had in a couple weeks. So one other thing we got to address, Bob, is the ability to run the ball consistently. Our rushing offense is ranked 90th right now. And total offense at 77. So that's I think driven a lot by the run game. So
okay, let's go back to the last game that Indiana played. They played Northwestern. They won by 17. But that was a 3-point game in the fourth quarter. He scored a couple of touchdowns late. And I think that Indiana's susceptibility is the pass. So it seems like teams put up numbers against. And who knows? I might be wrong. But it's like, sling the pill. Let the kid go. Maryland threw for almost 300 yards. Northwestern threw for almost 300 yards. So they'll give up yards. And but they're good in the fourth quarter. They do the job at the end of the game, which means they're probably in pretty good shape. So, and they got a quarterback who likes to sling. I just like the black shirts. Just give me the black shirts. I'm not too worried about this game.
All right, Bob Freddie, I think that does it. We're going to learn a lot, and if they manage to eke it out and we head into Ohio State with a head of steam, who knows what could happen here? Your 11-1 could be.
Shoot, baby. Hey, listen, we are one game from the Duke's Mayo Bowl right now, and so don't want to go to the Duke's Mayo Bowl, so we got to win some more games. Like, nothing wrong with Duke's Mayo Bowl, but it's in Charlotte. What's to do in Charlotte? It's like you got City, and you got CarQuest, which are Tampa and Nashville. So,
yeah.
All right, I'm in a public hotel, so you have to take us out.
Oh, okay. I haven't done that in a while. Okay. All right, Here we go. Go Big Red!
Go Big Red!